Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll have some Chicago Wolves tickets for you for this Saturday's game at the end of sports. Hang tight.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
First, how about those Blackhawks? So they make a trade Saturday night to bring in goalie Spencer Knight. And he, in the headline, sparked a, quote, team win in his debut. 5-1. He made 41 saves in his first game with the new team. I mean, this guy just got here. I imagine his luggage is still packed up in his studio apartment, wherever they set him up in. You got your hockey pads you had to carry on the bus over to the United Center.
They put him in a Motel 6?
That's what I'm imagining. Just in my head, how he got here and what happened. He probably still has like a half of a Cinnabon from the airport sitting there on his hotel counter.
Mountain Dew, yeah.
Oh, it's getting all hard. I hate when they get like really hard.
Yeah, you try to nuke him again, get him hot again, and it works sometimes. But I don't know if his hotel room doesn't have a microwave. I don't picture that right now. His studio apartment they put him up in. And then he makes 41 saves. And here's him after the game, not only saying, hey, I'm pretty awesome for getting through all that. Nope. Team win.
And I still say a lot of words wrong.
Oh, boy.
Wow, Nate Bargatze had a big night for the Blackhawks,
Okay,
didn't he?
my bad. Nate Bargatze was a great goalie.
He was underrated.
41 saves, but I still say a lot of words wrong.
All right, here is Spencer Knight, your new goalie of the Blackhawks.
Well, thank you very much. And Spencer, how was that reaction? Your first home game here with the Chicago Blackhawks. You put on a great show. Way to go.
Yeah, hey, that's all. That's a team win right there. That's not just one person. And I've always loved coming playing here as an away opponent, but play here as a Blackhawk is 10 times better. Love you guys.
You might want to take this in for a second.
Yeah, one of the best arenas in sports.
How was that national anthem and being here on the home team?
Oh, best in the league. Best in the league.
Give us your thoughts.
All right, I'm not going to keep going. He's saying all the right things. Team win.
Keep going.
Love the anthem. He's going to say, I love Chicago hot dogs and Italian beefs.
Hey, no ketchup, though. I'm one of you guys.
Yes, no ketchup on hot dogs.
Just not get it. Oh, my God.
Listen, it was emotional. I'm getting goosebumps over that. The crowd giving him a standing O there at the end of his first night in town. Love that, welcoming new people in. Some cities shun new people. Chicago welcomes them in, especially when you make 41 saves.
Well, yeah, because we want to win, so we're welcoming. We're like, hey, who do you think's gonna win stuff? Want to come here?
5-1, and there you go. The Blackhawks win. The Bulls Fest has been announced returning to the United Center coming up in August. So Bulls Fest, super popular. I love it. Family-friendly event at the United Center campus. And it will be free to attend. Features activities like a Bulls Kid Nation Zone, food, appearances from the team's current players. If you can name some of them, it'd be great to talk to them.
Sort of a Where's Waldo situation.
And a 3-on-3 tournament. So, Kenzie,
What?
sounds like you're in on this. So, me, you, and Case will take on kids, 8 years old and up. You ready for that?
I as long as they're shorter than me.
Some 8-year-olds are big.
I know.
These kids are getting bigger.
Kenzie, if you had to model your approach to basketball after a player, new or old, who would you say your game most resembles?
Michael Scott.
Oh, not Michael Jordan, but Michael Scott. Interesting.
I don't have the audio ready.
So here's my problem. Because I can move, okay?
Oh, yeah, you're a speedy little one.
Yeah, I can get down the court. My issue is, first off, stop trying to hit it out of my hands. It's rude. I find that very annoying. Okay,
When
I
teams
hate
play
that.
defense.
Yeah, that bothers. Don't touch. Like, I'm in the middle of touching it. It bothers me.
So you're
Also-
dribbling is what you're saying.
Yeah. The thing is, I found out that I can't run into a jump. So I can't gain momentum. I have to run, stop, wiggle like a squirrel, jump. Okay.
Wiggle like a squirrel. Now, how does the wiggling factor
Because I
in?
bend my knees. I bend my knees and I gotta like shake a little bit. And then I gotta like rebalance and then jump. So it doesn't matter when I see these people doing like these running long jumps. I have to stop. I have to pause before I jump. My mind won't let me just jump from a
Kenzie,
run.
I gotta share something here. It's amazing that listen. I played basketball for the majority of my life. I probably retired, not officially yet. I've not gone to the United Center due to retirement with the jersey raising, but I still haven't played hard ball on the streets. In at least I'd say 6-7 years.
Okay.
Hard ball on the
This
streets.
boy is a lot to take in right there.
And I'm talking about a 3-year varsity letterman. Except for mono my senior year, I got just enough games to get that letter before I was out for the season.
Yep.
But Kenzie, and I've dunked before.
Oh, yeah.
At 6'4" and a quarter.
You're an and one street ball mixtape tour guy.
Go do a dig on that one. You'll find the tape. But Kenzie, I had the same issue. I could jump higher by running, stopping on 2 feet, and then jumping up, as opposed to the running jump, which obviously most people in basketball can take off from the free throw line these days and dunk it.
Yeah. I don't know if it made me jump higher. I will say it wasn't because I just physically, I'm like, well, let me resettle in here and launch. Like, I just can't. I can't do that.
What's that song that goes, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? What is that song?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think isn't it Jason Derulo?
Is that what it is? Like, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Burp, 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 burp. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
That's what Kenzie does. When she runs the basketball, stops, wiggle, 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 and then she jumps up. So I'm not 100% sure. I just Googled The Office Michael Scott amazing free throw. Is that an audio to play on the air here? Because Kenzie said she plays like Michael Scott. I don't know. I don't know what this audio is, but we'll see what Michael Scott does. He's dribbling with a sleeveless shirt on from The Office.
Oh, yeah. He dribbles for like 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and then he pauses.
Yeah, he's
and
putting
he
the ball
resets.
down. and then he shoots it over the backboard. There it goes. Okay, sorry for the visual audio there.
100% visual. That's awesome.
I don't know. We always have some good Office clips.
Play
And
more.
I thought there was something there, and I guess there wasn't.
Awesome.
There you go.
The best is when he gets mad. He really wants Stanley to be on his team because
Yeah.
Stanley's black. And he's like, Stanley, yes, we're going to eat up the court. Stanley's on my team. And then Stanley dribbles like an old man with his hand behind his back. And Michael Scott loses his mind when he sees that.
Bulls Fest has returned. We'll see you at the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. And we'll also see you at the Chicago Wolves game this Saturday at Allstate Arena against the Grand Rapids Griffins. Come to the Allstate Arena and show your Polish pride when the Wolves face off against the Grand Rapids Griffins on Polish Heritage Night. Also, it's Adopt a Dog Night. So a crazy night at the Allstate Arena. A lot going on. Furnished by our great friends at Chicago Wolves and Brian and Kenzie. Call right now, 312-591-8300. Those tickets will be yours to go see some hockey this weekend.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just gave away those Wolves tickets. Don't fear. In about 3 minutes, we'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie. We have comedian Aziz Ansari tickets to give away. Just loaded with stuff for you today, entertainment-wise. Now, we just did sports. I mentioned Bulls Fest is coming back, and we're going to compete in a 3-on-3 tournament against 8-year-olds. Hey, we're all at the same level. So that's all. Just go to ChicagoBulls.com for the information about Bulls Fest. It's coming up in August. Kenzie described her basketball abilities where she runs toward the hoop and then stops and then wiggles and then jumps.
I got to just wiggle, kind of like a squirrel getting ready to jump.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the song, and I said, like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I know that part of the song. I know the song. I just didn't know who did it.
I go, it's Wiggle by Jason Derulo.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find, it turns out. Actually, Tim from Joliet checked in with that. Tim from Joliet said that was his jam 10 years ago.
Oh.
Yes, the Jason Derulo Wiggle song featuring Snoop. So this is Kenzie playing basketball.
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle.
Right before I shoot.
This video is awesome.
Oh, you want to describe it? I'm admittedly unfamiliar with Jason Derulo's Wiggle. You
Well,
want to describe the video for me?
I think we should turn the volume down on Wiggle. You don't know what's next.
I'm not sure. Well, Snoop's in the video, so I don't know what's going to come next, so I turned it off.
Okay.
Good.
Thank God.
I'm watching it with the sound off. Well, they're by a pool,
That's cool.
and all the girls in the video are wiggling.
Oh, like the song says.
Yeah.
Well, it's art.
It is artistic.
Oh, it's subtle.
The casting was fantastic.
I heard REM actually wrote it for
Yeah.
the Ghost Road.
There's a wiggle demo out there with REM somewhere.
Mike Mills does vocals on it. It wasn't a Michael Stipe song.
Watch the video for yourself on your own time. You won't be sorry.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Let's do this. We have comedian Aziz Ansari tickets, 2 shows, Chicago Theater this weekend, and we're sending to the Sunday show, March 9th. A few tickets left for that one if you want to buy them. Great friends Live Nation help us out with that as usual. But how about free ones for Matt checking in? Matt, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. Always lived outside Chicago from Des Plaines now, and currently training for a marathon.
Oh my gosh, you're training for a marathon? Why?
Well, my fiance did one last year, and she said she was going to do one with me this year, and then she bailed, and now I got to stick to it just to prove a point.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
A marathon out of spite is not a good idea.
It's a long, revenge plan.
It's a lot of spite. It's a lot of spite that I'm feeling. I don't think she's going to feel any of that spite.
I mean, you know what you do out of spite? You leave the cap off the toothpaste.
Yeah.
You don't run 26.2 miles.
Yeah, I'm starting to rethink that now.
Rethink it. Get back to us later. Let us know what happens. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully here. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Matt, call heads or tails.
Heads.
Yeah, it's tails.
That's tough.
That's a tough one. Kenzie, you're up. Here we go. Question number 1, Kenzie.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of the piece of material worn over the head and shoulders, usually worn by a bride?
Oh my God, I thought that was going to end with knight, not bride. You mean like a veil?
A veil is correct.
Very wordy, huh?
Yeah, see, Matt, that would have been your question. Matt, this one's yours instead. What type of substance is limestone?
It's a substance. Like a mineral?
It's not a mineral. Oh, you're gonna give it to him, Case, on that?
I'm gonna throw the red challenge flag here because he might be right. I might have underthought this.
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna count mineral. That's fair.
Okay. Wow.
We were looking for rock, but rocks are minerals.
Do you know how many hate texts Case would have got? They would say, we're looking for a rock.
It's just going to make my day easier if I give him the point.
Yeah.
Case was looking for rock.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm going to get ahead of it.
I
Nobody
think
needs
mineral
to text
works.
in. Mineral works.
Okay. There we go.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, I like how Brian blindly follows what's in front of him too. It goes, it says rock. You're wrong.
Hey, I'm not changing. These are the questions that are handed to me. They've gone through a rigorous process to get here.
Not that one, though. The other ones went through a rigorous process.
I'm the game show host. I host it. If the questions are wrong, it's on the people that hand me the piece of paper. I don't do anything with the questions, which is Case. Case corrected himself, and there you go.
I'm going to get out ahead of that one. We're going to count mineral. It's going to be okay. It's 1-1, and it's back to Kenzie.
Okay, Kenzie. What year did Christopher Columbus first reach the Americas?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like that answer. Ow.
Isn't there a song about that?
There is a song about it.
It's called Wiggle, Wiggle, Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle. Sail the blue. 1492.
1492 is
Sing
right.
the song. I had to sing the song.
Just before the buzzer.
Sail the ocean.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Back to Matt.
That's right.
Matt, the man in the yellow hat is the companion of what famous children's literature character?
Curious George.
Curious George is right. We got a 2-2 ball game.
Ooh.
Let's stay in that world, Kenzie. On Sesame Street, which 2 characters live in an apartment at 123 Sesame Street? Which 2 characters?
God, I don't watch Sesame Street.
Got to catch up on it.
It'd be amazing if you did. Like right now, you're an adult.
Is that I don't even know. I feel like it's not Sesame Street, so it's so embarrassed. Is it Bert and Ernie?
Yeah, that's Bert and Ernie.
Is it? Okay.
What do you think? Do you think they were not Sesame Street?
I was questioning if they were.
Yeah,
It kind of
If they were on South Park or what?
kind of. I just remember because I'm like, well, because then I was like, well, maybe it's Elmo. I got nervous. Sorry.
Yeah. Bert and Ernie, classics, by the way.
Love 'em.
Love Sesame
Classic.
Street. Back to Matt.
Yep, 3-2.
Matt, which car manufacturer produces the Civic?
Honda.
Honda is right. 3-3. Back to Kenzie. Kenzie, what does RPM stand for in automotive context? RPM.
I think you said the restaurants that we have here.
Very good steak and seafood places there in Chicago.
Yeah, love them.
Mm-hmm.
RPM.
RPM. Give me a guess.
I'm gonna say revs per mile.
Revs per mile is not right. Matt can go ahead here.
Revolutions per minute.
Revolutions per minute. You weren't far off, but
Okay.
revolutions per minute. And then Matt can win with this?
That's right, 4-3, and it's back to Matt.
Ooh.
Matt, which legendary skateboarder took gaming to new heights with a series bearing his name?
Ooh. That's too easy. Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk is right, and you are the winner today. Congratulations. Also, did we get new word on Tony Hawk's Skateboarder, the new version of his video game coming out, I think, in July? Is that right, Case?
They are remastering Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, and I believe it came out today that is coming out in July.
That's awesome. There you go. And you are also going to see comedian Aziz Ansari at the Chicago Theater this Sunday, Matt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you can run there if you want.
I think I'll take the trainer car.
Sounds like a better odds there. We'll have more tickets coming up tomorrow in Clash with Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up at 8. Offspring tickets. We announced that show yesterday. Huge. We'll give those tickets out at 8 o'clock. Plus, we're going to play some audio for you that's going to kind of bend your mind. This is about 6-7 minutes away. You'll hear this audio. We'll let you guess on it, and then we'll actually give you the answer on it eventually. But I want you to just hear it first and say, what the hell's going on here? We'll play that audio a couple seconds away. But before we move forward, we do have to pour one out this morning.
How do I say goodbye?
And this one will hit super deep for some of you out there. I wouldn't say everybody, but some of you out there. And I know this hits Kenzie pretty hard.
Oh my God, what are you gonna say?
Pouring one out this morning for Red Robin. Now, Red Robin is closing. Just compose yourself for a second.
No,
it's
compose
like you
yourself.
punched her in the stomach.
Let me get
It's so.
I understand.
It's so ridiculous. I've just had enough of the personal attacks.
Okay, just compose yourself while I lay out what's going on here. Red Robin Restaurants, 70 underperforming locations to repay debt. So Red Robin, the chain of delicious burgers, and they're known for the bottomless fries. That's what they've always been known for, where you can just keep reloading your fries all day. I mean, I think at some point they must say go home, but I don't know. It's never happened to me.
They don't, because my husband gets about at least 5 baskets every time.
So they have debt in 2024. Their revenues were $1.25 billion. That's a decrease of $54.5 billion when compared to the year before. It doesn't sound that bad.
Wait,
I know.
Red Robin made $1 billion?
Yes.
I was a huge part of that. We spent a lot of money there.
So the net loss was $77 million. But again, by today's standards, we hear people losing, like Spotify, I think for a while lost $1 billion a quarter, and they stayed operating. Red Robin's like going to close down. So they have 498 restaurants in the U.S. as of the end of 2024, and some are franchised and some are corporate owned. I've been to the one in the North Burbs. I don't know if it's in Glenview or Niles or Skokie, somewhere around there. It's been a minute, so I'm the problem. Kenzie's family, obviously not the problem because they're funding
Not the problem.
They're keeping it going. And I will say the burgers were fantastic and the bottomless fries.
Yeah.
It's just a nice option to say, can I have a few more fries?
Their onion rings are great too. I always upgrade to onion rings, which are not bottomless, so I'm not part of the problem before anybody points a finger.
Yes,
and
you
says,
are.
Well, you weren't getting so many damn fries. Onion rings, upcharge, not bottomless. Okay, so don't talk about it. I'm actually really helping.
I will say it always made me feel rich when I could ask for more fries and they'd bring some for free to me.
But it's free.
I understand, but it made me feel like I was special. Like, I'll give you more fries. Go ahead. We know who you are.
You have a weird ego thing, that you constantly need to feed.
That one is really weird.
I'm saying anybody could feel that way in Red Robin because when you ask for more fries, they take care of you. Like, oh yes, Mr. Thompson. Here's more fries for you, sir. Anything else?
Who's Thompson?
Some
what is wrong with you?
Some champagne or caviar for you today as well.
Wait, who's Mr. Thompson?
Why didn't you use your own last name as an example?
Because I use Mr. Thompson when I go out.
I don't check into a hotel.
I don't keep my real last name out there. What are you talking about? So pouring one out for Red Robin. And which one do you go to, Kenzie? Do you mind saying which location?
The South Elgin one.
South Elgin. Boom.
Yeah, there's one near me. We go all the time because it really is like my son Tristan's favorite restaurant. Obviously, good family environment. We have, 2 young ones that we're bringing in. Tristan does get in trouble if he pops the balloon in the car, though. He's had to learn that the hard way because I hate popping balloons, especially when I'm driving.
Oh, and I'm the weird one.
I think that gun is going on. I swerve off the road. So he had to learn that one the hard way. He went on a no balloon kick for a little bit. But besides that, it's always been delightful.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't say which ones will close, so that all the ones in Chicago could stay open. I was right. It was one I was thinking of was in Skokie that I would go to now and then. But it's been a minute, so I think I should go help out and support, like Hooters and other places that are having trouble. Which one's first?
I mean, Hooters is leave Hooters. Let it die. But I think that Red
I
Robin.
will not do that as a good American.
Red Robin has genuinely good burgers. They have a campfire sauce, which is awesome. If you go, just ask for the campfire sauce. It's really good. I dip my onion rings in it. They got some good food. They also have an avocado salad, and it's my husband's favorite salad. It's adorable.
That is
avocado.
adorable.
And it's really good.
That caught me off guard.
It's so cute.
Oh, boy.
And we get that quite often. Their shakes are delicious. It's a one-stop shop for happiness. Everyone's being a hater.
Yeah, I hope listen, I don't know if people are hating on it or not. I think the revenues sound not that bad. I think they recover pretty nicely with $1 billion revenue and having a $77 million loss.
Yeah. So, okay, I just want to make sure I understood you correctly. They made $1 billion last year?
Total revenues were $1.25 billion, but when you add up all the costs, they had a net loss of $77.5 million.
Oh, they're fine. They're fine.
Look at you counting their money.
Well, God forbid the Red Robin CEO doesn't buy another yacht this year. I think they'll be okay. I'm trying to keep Kenzie fed. Good Lord.
He might live in a ranch house.
You think the owner of Red Robin lives in a humble ranch house?
Who owns Red Robin?
Let's find out.
When we come back,
some big game hunter.
We're up against it.
You're going to ruin it for me.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.